guys, this is Lyne Nsongo. Thank you for tuning in. This is called 15 Cards and I have with me Don Strapzy. So bro, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm here.
Yeah?
I'm here.
Thanks for coming.
No worries,
My first guest.
Thanks for having me.
No worries.
How are you? Good?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm
Good,
really
man.
blessed.
Good.
So Andrew, we have here 15 cards,
Yeah.
that I've prepared. I
Okay.
wrote them down myself.
Okay.
15 questions.
Yeah.
Just to get to know you a little, you know. So let's go. I heard that you're Christian, so I just wanted to have a little chat with you just to see your train of thought.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah?
All good.
Do you want to pick? Should I pick? Should we do one each?
Ladies first, go on.
Ladies first.
Yeah.
Let's go. So this one is easy. Music or football?
Oh man, that's not easy, I don't think, you know.
Is it not?
Music or football?
If you had to pick one, like.
If I had to pick one,
Yeah.
as much as I love football,
Yeah.
I might have to. Oh, wait, music. Because, oh man, that's not easy at all. That's very difficult.
I guess it's because if you pick music.
Because I do both. I love both.
Yeah.
Football, obviously, everything I do, SC Dons is all football
That's
related.
the thing.
Music is just I couldn't live without music.
Yeah.
But if I'm forced to pick one, I may have to stick with football.
Is it
I
because
love
of
music.
the Dons, like your mates?
Yeah, because the Dons and like obviously it's more of a team sport than music in it. So me and my friends get to do our thing every Sunday. So I think maybe football, but I'm better at music than I am at football.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, football I think.
Okay, cool.
Maybe
Talking
just
about football.
Yeah.
Boots, high or low? Which one are you more into?
I think I'm into high these days, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm
so
pretty old school.
Of...
Yeah, because high it just protects the ankle a little bit more. It's a bit more comfortable. I can slip it on. So yeah, for me it's more of a high thing.
Okay, fair enough.
What about yourself? Do you even play football? Do you like football?
No.
Do you like football?
I like football. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't watch it.
Do you have a
Only
team?
when it's like Man United.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Are you supporting them?
Yeah, Man United is my team.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Man United is my team.
Otherwise, Belgium, obviously, when it's World Cup.
Oh, do you have a team in Belgium that you support?
No, just,
like, do you know any teams in Belgium? Like Anderlecht?
I mean,
do you know Anderlecht?
No. I just know like Red Devil. That's it. That's all I know. Like,
yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, and I just played, the foosball. That we still need to have a game.
Yeah, for real. Well. Are you good at that?
Yeah, I'm sick.
Did you do it with Mitchell?
Yeah, with everyone.
Did you win or?
Yeah, Big G.
Okay, you beat them.
Yeah, he lost.
Okay.
Mitch, he lost. Everyone lost.
Sick.
So you're the next one.
To get in, yeah.
Okay, cool. You're the next one.
Right,
pick something. They're not in order, so we might get deep straight away. I don't know.
What's going on here. Have you made any sacrifices for God in your life? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Anything in particular that you can think of?
What do you mean, as in like?
Maybe, I don't know, something that you felt like, okay, I need to drop this for God. Or...
Yeah, man. Like, how can I say this? Like, in terms of when I was younger, and I was living a certain way. Yeah. And it got to a certain point where I thought like living in this way was blocking my blessings. Do you know what I mean? And I definitely cut it out kind of more to get closer to God again. Do you know what I mean? Because I went through a few years where I kind of lost my kind of connection with God. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't lose it, but I was just
far away.
I was acting like I was hiding, like you couldn't see everything I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So because I knew I was living wrong, and my whole thing was, you know what, I tried to blind it out. Yeah. So that's what I always say about God. God never abandons us, even if we abandon Him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I definitely made this sacrifice that's in my mind was something that I'd done to get closer to God.
Yeah, definitely. That's good.
What about you?
When you say, I have. I think one of the hardest one I had recently, like I would say, I had to drop a boyfriend.
Okay.
For God, yeah. At the time.
Why though? Wasn't the same religion? Wasn't what?
No, God just told me that He wasn't the one for me.
Okay.
But sometimes you don't see it yourself.
Yeah.
But if God tells you something,
it's
like, okay, I'm dropping it not because I'm seeing it, but because you told me.
Of course.
So that's like a sacrifice that I've done for Him to, Obviously, it's in my benefit, because if He's telling me it's not the one, then that means
I hear that.
In my, advantage. But that's an example I can think of.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. And I'm still working on dropping stuff,
Yeah, man, trust me, it's constant self-reflection, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
To try and improve. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's good.
Next one.
Go on then.
Should I just speak randomly?
Yeah, go on.
Excited about my own questions. As a Christian, do you feel restricted or challenged being a rap/grime artist? Because normally, like, these topics are like sex, drugs, girls, money. Like, do you feel a bit like, shit, I want to talk about certain things?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think I feel restricted. To be fair, I don't really talk too much about sex, and I do talk about drugs a little bit. But that's just that was the lifestyle. My rap is very kind of personal in it to the life I lived. So if I talk about it, I never glorify it or glamorize it.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't feel restricted because of my religion. In fact, I'm very open about my faith. Do you know what I mean? So, no, I wouldn't say I feel restricted because there's nothing that I'm aware of anyway in the Bible that tells me that I shouldn't make music, innit?
No, definitely not.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't feel restricted. But I'm always conscious of, especially now, like when I was younger, maybe my lyrics were a little bit more wayward in it. But now, when I write lyrics and that, I'm always conscious of the fact that I've got like an influence. And I never hide my faith. I'm proud of it. Everyone should be proud of their faith. I'm not someone that judges someone just because they're not whatever. So I don't feel restricted.
You talk about it in your music. Yeah. Not that I haven't listened to it. I have, but...
yeah, I'll talk about it in my music.
Yeah.
Obviously not in every song, but...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've even got one of my recent punchlines. I said, I really put faith in Jesus way before Pep did.
About that, yeah. I even talked about it with one of my colleagues.
Yeah.
And she was like, he's not talking about Jesus.
Nah,
like,
man,
really?
of course I am. Yeah, trust me. But I just married it. I just married it with a football player.
Yeah.
Because Pep Guardiola and their player Gabriel.
He's a manager
Jesus.
or something.
Yeah, exactly. So his player is called Jesus, and then he put faith in him.
Yeah. I was gonna have a whole full question about it, and he was like, he's not talking about Jesus. I was
Trust
like,
me.
Really?
So all my tattoos, every tattoo on my body is apart from that says family. Every tattoo on my body is religious.
Something,
everything.
Like, how many do you have?
I've got my whole arm, my chest. That's it. So my whole arm and my chest. But it's all religious. Yeah, I think so. I hate the pain as well. I don't even like it.
Is it?
Yeah, I want to finish my chest. I might get one on my back. But everything on my body is all religious. I just long to pull it all up. But yeah, it's all there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
Me, yeah?
Yeah, you.
In your music, you mentioned street hustling. What's the meaning behind it? What's the meaning behind it?
Yeah. Little freshie here.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, man. The meaning is, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be explained when you understand, you know what I mean? Street hustling could be anything though, you know, like it doesn't have to be anything illegitimate. It could just mean, you know, your 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you're doing. That's your hustle, you know what I mean? So
knocking on doors,
yeah, man. Everything's a hustle, man.
Yeah,
everything in life's a hustle. So yeah, but I mean, when I talk about the streets and that, that's where I come from. If I'm to be fair, do you know what I mean? And that's the way of life I lived. But at the same time, I'm not in the streets no more.
Yeah.
I don't. Everything I do now is legitimate.
Yeah.
But even that's a hustle because like for example, I grew up in a household with 4 sisters, and why am I the only one that swayed? All my other sisters went and got a job and done their thing. But that's a hustle in itself because, like my sister Ruth, I see her 9 to 5 for years, just stuck in 9 to 5 working, always complaining. But she's got a house, she's got a mortgage, she's got, you know what I mean? So the hustle is it's all relative and what's personal to you. I think what we tend to do, especially in the youth, is seem to look down on people that get like a legitimate job. Or when I was growing up anyway, when I was from the street, like the more street things that we getting a job, it's not cool because what's the point? I can go and do this and do that and make this, but a lot of the time,
or make way more than you.
Yeah, but a lot of the time people are risking their freedom to make £1,500 a month when you're a kid or you're younger, and you can go and work in a job and get your pay slips and everything. You're actually making the same money as this guy, but you're risking your freedom. You could end up in jail. This person won't.
I mean, you have to wake up and actually work. He just
understand?
Has to.
But also all down to your circumstances. But yes, when I talk about street hustling, I just talk about my lifestyle and where I come from and the mentality. And
before.
Exactly. And what I do is I adopted that mind frame because it's all transferable skills in my opinion. So when I was hustling, quote unquote, like my phone line would be on 24/7, 7 days a week. So you can ring me at 2 in the morning and I'm active. So why would I now stop that and only work from the hours of 9 to 5 p.m. like, and then not be ready to work in between them hours. So for all the young people, I always say it's transferable skills, because to hustle out in the streets, you got to deal with customers and speak to people and be on time and all these things that you do, which can actually be transferred into business.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you understand?
But would you say that now that you talk about it, even if it's from before, that habit of street hustling, that lifestyle, if you still talk about it in your music now, do you feel like it could impact the younger generation to be like, oh, but Don's done it, like I can do it too?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But you can always say that about any type of music, innit? Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, what am I supposed to say? I talk on my lifestyle, but I think people can see that I'm not doing that now, and I speak about it anyway, because it's always talking in the past tense.
Okay,
like I used to this, I used to do that, or whatever. Yeah. But it's a good question, and that's why even now sometimes I struggle to write, because people want more music from me, but sometimes I actually struggle to write things, because it's like I don't even want to glamorize what I was doing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So I'm trying to find
a
way, even to my management about it, I'm trying to make more grown music kind of thing, but at the same time, music is a hustle as well. We talk about that word hustle. Music is a hustle, like you're selling an image. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but it's clean.
But it's clean, exactly. So, but obviously some of my lyrics and content is harsh, but it's the lifestyle that I come from and lived. And
I think you shouldn't hide that you've lived that.
Of course not, and people can see clearly what I'm doing anyway. I'm within the public eye, and everything I'm doing is positive, and everything I speak about is positive.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, I guess. Not that songwriting tips.
Yeah.
You can maybe just have a different side of it. Just be like, I don't know, somehow the message of don't do it, because it brings that. Of
course. Well, we do. We always try our best to do these things. Like our box as well. So we've got this thing that we do about put down the gloves, put down the weapons, pick up the gloves. Oh. So and we're showing. I'm actively boxing, putting myself at risk, just to show the kids that. Come on, man! Like we don't even rate you using a weapon. You can't even. A lot of these people can't fight. They actually can't defend themselves. You know, it's mad.
That's why they have a knife.
Yeah, that's my point. They actually can't defend. If there's some of these boys and their girlfriend as well. If a man wants to come talk to your girl and you haven't got your weapon, you can't actually fight. So you have to learn how to defend yourself without using a weapon, because it's a cowardly thing to do, to use a weapon. Like.
Are you someone that fights or?
Nah, man. I always try my best to diffuse a situation. Always. And I'm not a violent person. I don't even like confrontation, but I can handle myself. Like if it has to go that way, then we can do that. But it's like I always try to diffuse it, because I've seen way too much violence. You understand? To know that I try to avoid that stuff, because people end up hurt, upset, in prison, in hospital. It's long. So my thing is always to diffuse a situation. Always. Okay. My last resort. That's why I use the keyword learn to defend yourself, not to attack. Or not to, do you know what I mean? Like, if someone's coming at me in an aggressive manner, I'll try my best to diffuse it. Like, but if we have to defend yourself, then I can, innit?
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, man.
Good. Is it my turn?
Yes, you. Go on.
Sick. Alright. I always have the long one.
Go on.
When you mention God or Jesus in your music, what's your thought in regards to a side of your audience that may not relate? That maybe, you have probably a lot of atheists listening to music.
Yeah, of
Do
course.
You feel like if you talk about God, they're just going to be like, oh, this guy. Nonsense.
You know what, like, again, maybe it's how I've been raised or anything. I'm not judgmental at all. So if someone is an atheist, that's your, for example, I've got a half brother.
Yep.
He's not religious.
Okay.
And that's fine. But what I tend to find is, it's usually the atheists that seem to judge more than...
The opposite.
Yeah, like, oh, why do you believe in this? Why do you believe in that? But that's like... I think religion is something that, no matter what... I could sit in a room now, with someone that finds some kind of proof that this is nonsense, and you still can't change my mind. Do you understand? Because I feel like religion is... Me anyway. Me, my faith, no one can change my opinion on it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to change no one else's opinion. In terms of your question about... Does it annoy these people? Then I don't think so, because music, again, is an expression of self. I don't hide it. Everyone knows my faith. So, of course, I might talk about... It's not like I talk about God in every song, do you know what I mean? But I make it no secret. Like, this is my faith. Or maybe
not just music, but like on your social media.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
but if I'm honest, like, Lynn, I don't even care what they think. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to... People are quick to share, like, a video of someone get beaten up or someone doing something, but they don't want to talk about their faith.
Actual, yeah.
You understand? So it's not a problem to me. If they don't like it, then they can kind of go on another post, innit?
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe I don't shove it in no one's face. I don't think I do anyway. I'm not like one of them people that kind of throws a Bible at you and says, "Hey, do this." Yeah. Maybe it can inspire them in some way or form, because some people find answers in like the universe, or some people more spiritual or whatever. Mine just comes from God, innit?
Yeah, or just by hearing you speak about
Exactly.
God, they might be like, oh, intrigued, and then they get into it.
That's my point. So I don't look at it and think, oh, well, am I talking too much about?
Yeah.
I talk about what I want to talk about. So yeah, it doesn't bother me. Like, I wish more people would look into it.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at? Are you good at swimming? No, I'm joking.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah. After you lost your mother, did you ever feel anger towards God? That's a good one. But you know what? My honest answer is no, you know. I swear to you, like, I didn't feel no anger towards God.
You were at peace, you would say?
I wouldn't say I was at peace straight away. I made, you know, it's a tough one. And you put me on the spot. Because it's an emotional one. But, like, it's one of them ones, like, when my mum passed, it's mad because, like, my faith, which might confuse people, is what got me through it. Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, no, I don't wish that on no one. To lose your mum, especially me, like, I was very close to my mum, do you know what I mean? And, like, when you're me, I'm not so emotional. But with my mum, I could kind of show her that side, you know what I mean? Yeah. So losing my mum was a flipping heavy one. But, again, in a weird way, my faith and my connection with God allowed me to find comfort in the fact that I believe she is with God. Do you understand? And I have this formula, which for me, I don't work for everyone, but just for me, I can't explain how it helped. Yeah. But I just feel like she belonged to God before.
Definitely.
Do you understand? So
you blessed to have spent
I was blessed
some
to
time
even
with her.
So my thing was like I would just pray to God, like, and thank Him that I had her for 27 years. Like, thank you for sharing her with me, and being able to experience her love. Do you know what I mean? Because it was a deep love, innit? So it sounds mad, but even when I at her funeral, when I said my speech and I thanked God, I said thank you. Do you know what I mean? Other people might look at me like, what are you on about, bro? Like,
he took, Do you
know what I mean? He took you, but nah, man, I feel like he took her back. If anything, what hurts me more, just makes it sad, is obviously my dad, innit? My dad without my mum is heartbreaking, innit? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I've never had anger towards him. I really don't think I did.
But everyone has a mission and a purpose on earth.
Exactly.
And once you're done and you've accomplished what you need
and
to
I know people that don't have a relationship with their mother. Do you know what I mean? Or their mum, and I did have that. So, and she's like an inspiration to me now, within everything I do. Yeah. So it's a blessing.
So would you say your faith even got stronger after that episode of your life?
It's hard to answer, Lynn, you know, because honestly, like, my faith has always been strong, you know. Yeah. Like.
Is your dad also?
My dad's is extreme, okay. like in a good way, but he's a proper church every single day. That's how he starts his days. So I don't have to worry. Even that gives me comfort because my dad, the Bible was his answer to everything. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So my dad is okay. It's just obviously he misses his mum, innit? Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, I wouldn't say it got stronger because that's never. Apart from also, I told you I strayed one time, but not because I wasn't aware of God. I was almost punishing myself because I knew I was living wrong. Do you know what I mean? And I just kind of just shut my head off and went on an angry one. Like, I don't care about nothing. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously
How old was you at that time? 27.
When I lost my mum, 27.
And
when I was 18 to 22.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? In terms of I wasn't really going to church and I found myself not praying at times. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I was praying. How can I ask for forgiveness and then do the same thing the next day? Do you understand?
Yeah, definitely.
And that was my mind. Yeah, I know, but that was my mind state back then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because a lot of people think that if they sin and then they pray and then they sin again, it's like, oh, I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah.
How can I go again in front of him and ask for forgiveness when
exactly.
I might do it again?
We're all human beings. We're not divine. Only God is divine. It's not
and He
impossible
died
to be perfect.
on the cross for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because He knew,
of
we have
sins,
a flesh and we sin, but obviously try and not.
Exactly.
Don't sin and be like, oh,
and no sin is
anyway.
worse than another, So like it's one of them ones. Every I don't know. We're all human beings, but yeah, like in terms of did my faith, was I angry? No, I wasn't angry at God, man. I don't think I ever am. I haven't got a right to be, in my opinion.
When did you first meet God?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I've always had God in my life because I was baptized from a young age. I was born into like a Catholic household, so I've been going to church from a baby. So as far as I remember, like God has always been present in my life. So for me, I never really had like a switch or a turning point. Just because from young, like it was normal, like wake up in the morning, pray before I eat.
Yep.
All these things is second nature. I do it now. Like sometimes I'm in Nando's and they bring the thing and I just quickly do my thing and people must look at me for what you're doing, but it's just kind of that second nature.
And it's for you as well. Bless
it's not for no one. The worst thing is, I even sometimes try to just on a quick one like that to just not look so.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to show off to no one. It's just personal. But so in terms of your question, when I first meet God, like I can't remember him not being in my life.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't because it's just like again, it's how I was raised, isn't it?
So you got baptized.
Communion, confirmation. And listen, let me put I've never been the perfect Christian, you know what I'm trying to say. I couldn't quote you all the lyrics from the Bibles and all that stuff or lyrics.
So you're more Catholic then, if you got your
you know what?
yeah,
I'm Catholic, because my dad's whole family's Irish, innit? So it's a very Irish thing, Roman Catholicism. So that's what I know. But I'm comfortable going into any Christian church, and I don't really do the whole, because I know there's different differences between like evangelical, Protestant, Pentecostal and all that, but again I'm not into the whole judgment. I don't really care about, because I know in the Catholic Church we take the body and the blood, and some people don't believe that you should kind of pray to Mary and all this kind of technical stuff. I just stay out of it, man. Like for me, I know what I believe.
I think that's kind of my point of view on it, because
I know what I believe. I know what who I pray to, and I'm not really interested, because I've got Christian friends that they want to get deep and technical, and I'm like, what? Why are you looking for an argument? Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you looking for? Like, are you a better Christian than me? Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I get to the point. If that's what makes you feel good, then come in it. If you believe in what's right. But I know what I believe in, but technically my church is a Catholic church. So
when you pray, who do you pray through or to?
I only pray to God, but within the Catholic Church we believe that Mary can intercede. So Mary is the mother of Jesus. Yeah. And the mother is in our church. I don't even like getting all our churchy stuff, but in the Catholic Church, or how I've been raised anyway, that she's a very important figure. Do you know what I mean? So we ask for Mary to intercede, which means she can kind of hear what we're saying. So So
do you pray for Jesus ever?
Yeah, of course, all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I finish every prayer within the name of your Son, Lord Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So that's how I do my thing. But but I've forgotten your question. What did you ask me?
When did you first meet God?
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. Like I said, it's always been just literally second nature. Yeah. Because I've never imagine from the age of probably 1 year old, like being taught how to pray and. Church every Sunday is just normal. I didn't know any different. So
you see, with your future kids, are you gonna get them baptized from super young, or you think you're gonna wait until they may be a bit more grown and they actually know what they're doing by getting baptized? Yeah, I'm gonna baptize them, innit? I'd like to. It depends on my partner if she's got anything against it, and then that's something we can discuss, innit? Because I'm not gonna force nothing on no one. But of course, I'd much prefer my partner to be Christian, because it just saves. I've been in a relationship with people that ain't, and sometimes it can get a little bit technical, innit? Yeah. Because for me, for example, my dad didn't baptize me, didn't get me baptized when I was young, and he didn't either. It's a bit like Jesus. I think he got baptized I can't tell you what age, 33 years old or something like that. But It's just that I got baptized recently, actually.
Yeah.
But now I'm actually aware of that action.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah, of course.
Now that I know, I'm aware what I did, and
you can make your own decisions.
Walk with that, you know.
Yeah.
If I got baptized when I was 5 years old,
you wouldn't know. That's what I say. Like me, I was baptized into the religion. I was baptized into faith. But I'm happy I was, because like I've had no reason to question. You know what I mean? It's not like I've got to my age of why did you do that? So I'm alright with it.
Yeah.
But I guess you can look at it like that and give your child the thing. But I'd like to baptize my child.
Because you can present your kid to God first. You just present him.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yours.
So yeah. So yeah, man. But that's just a discussion, I guess, with you and your partner. Isn't it?
Definitely. Okay.
Yeah, man. Is it me?
Yes.
What is it to know God?
My pastor asked me that, and I was like, let me ask Andrew.
What is it to know God?
Like for you, if someone
for
is
me,
like,
what is it to know God?
Yeah.
Give
me like one word.
Love.
Yeah.
That's what I put it as, love, because that's what God is, in my opinion. Love, innit? Love for everyone. Just a peace. Again, we're not perfect. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
Far from it. But I think to know God for me is to always know love. Because in any situation I've been in, I know what's right and what's wrong. Do you know what I mean? And I know even when I was doing wrong, I know that I should know better.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes back to bite me because I'm too forgiving, or I'm kind to people, or like my decisions is always based on love. Do you know what I mean? But we live in a world where sometimes you have to check yourself, because if it's business or something, or you're working with someone, and I've had this in the past where people have done me wrong financially in business or something. A couple of years on, we're sitting down talking, and my heart is like, yeah, man, but realistically, nah, because you're gonna do me wrong again.
I mean, so don't be silly to do, you know.
Of course, you know what I mean. But I think a one word answer for me is love.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. Literally.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I would say, obviously love, but I would say safety, like security, comfort.
Yeah.
Like
comfort's a good one. Comfort's a good one, because again, it's like even with losing my mum.
Yeah.
We can take my older brother for example. Like he hasn't got faith.
Okay.
And for me, my faith is what gave me comfort.
Exactly.
It gave me comfort,
in any
and I can't explain it, and that's what I'm saying. It can frustrate people, because it probably to them they might think you're an idiot. Like, what are you on about, bruv? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
But that's why I can't always articulate it. That's why I really tend to stay away from debates on faith and things like that, because it's just like,
I love them.
Yeah. Well, like, with someone like you, I could debate all day long. But I'm saying there's some people that are really.
Is that because I have faith too? Maybe it's a different
potentially,
one,
and I again, I don't know the ins and outs of the Bible, innit?
Yeah.
So if someone starts pulling out verses,
you can't defend your thing.
You know what I mean? So my relationship with God is a very personal relationship. It's more personal. I haven't got all the answers.
Do 5 minutes every day.
Huh?
Do 5 minutes every day.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
And you know what? I feel like it will help you write your music.
Yeah.
I'm saying that like I'm doing it, you know.
Yeah.
I need to do it as well, but we should do it.
No, 1,000,000%.
Day.
Because like but yeah, the reason why I just tend to stay away is because sometimes I'm not like I'm so chilled and laid back. Like sometimes I can't be bothered to change someone's opinion in it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
but you know what? The way I see it in regards to that, it might sound a bit like sect or whatever, but I feel like if I actually talk to you and maybe you see something, I might save you. You know what I mean? Like I might actually save you by
for real,
exposing God to you. So I don't feel like that.
Yeah, no, I hear that. That's very, very true. Because if more people had God in their life, then it would definitely, in my opinion, the world would be a better place. But then some will argue that God is also the reason for many wars. Do you understand? Religion is so many wars because of religion and things being done in the name of religion. That's why it's just back and forth.
Yeah, but the devil works on earth, like,
and then we start getting technical into an atheist or someone that doesn't believe anything. I'm sounding like a madman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean anything spiritual.
Good versus bad, and that's what it is.
Anything spiritual will make you look
silly. Anything in my life where I'm doing wrong, if I've had situations or problems within my relationships at times, and I'm thinking to myself, without sounding like a madman, it's sometimes like a spiritual attack. It's like the devil is trying to tempt me from what is meant to be a beautiful thing, and now you're ruining that. Do you know what I mean? But because I'm just a human being, and I can be tempted easily. So, but again, I know, and that's why I get frustrated with myself at times, because I know this. Do you know what I mean? And I'm identifying like, yeah. But I can talk to my dad about things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like he's getting the better of me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man. What is it to know God for me? It's just love. Honestly, it's love. Yeah. But I'm in a chilled mood right now. There's other times where I'm angry. But where I feel now, especially talking about God, is a refreshing thing.
Definitely.
I don't have conversations like this, you know, especially with females. Nah, man, because it's like, it's very personal to me, my faith. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I get on the phone and I talk to people like, what's your opinion on this? I mean, me and my close friend G, we both with faithful. Do you know what I mean? So we can definitely discuss things, and it gives me a comfort. But I'm also around a lot of people that don't believe in God. Do you know what I mean? Or have their ways, and they believe more in like the universe and all these kind of things. Yeah. So like,
that's a hard one as well to discuss. Exactly. I've been in debate.
Yeah, because and at the same time I respect it, because everyone's looking for something, innit? And when what they say, if they're talking about the universe or certain, a lot of the time I relate to what you're saying. It's just that mine is not from the universe; it's from God.
Yeah, it's just we have a different.
So what you're saying is actually what I'm saying, but yours is from energy or something.
Yeah.
But I believe in energy. That energy is a real thing.
Yeah. But created by who?
There we go.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's where it all comes back to.
Even science against God. Like, for me, God created science. There's no...
But, like, do you know what the actual definition of faith is?
Tell me.
It's believing in something without total proof. That's the definition of faith.
Yeah, that you can't see, you
can't... Yeah, exactly. So, a scientist is all based on proof and evidence.
Yeah.
Everything has to have proof and evidence in science.
Yeah.
But they can't explain. So, I think the answer to a lot of things is like the Big Bang or something, yeah? But then we have to go one step further, because where did the Big Bang come from?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
So my thing is like, the whole, again, with the scientists, again, myself as well, I don't know everything about the Bible. So I wouldn't feel comfortable to sit on a panel and represent Christianity, you know what I'm saying? Because I haven't really got all the answers. But it's just a feeling, isn't it? Like, it's something I can't prove it, I can't show you something, oh look, there's a picture of a thing, do you know what I mean? But again, like I said, my friends that talk about the universe, and that is, if that's what gives you
comfort,
maybe that's the way. You don't believe in God, so maybe that's God's way of reaching people. Do you understand? Because they're so, I don't know what it is.
When I get into debates like that and I see that there's no way out or whatever, I just leave it, and then I might just pray for you.
Yeah, of course. If you
I pray a lot for my surrounding as well.
Yeah, for real. That's always the best thing to do. It's a strong thing.
Definitely. Is it me, yeah?
Yeah.
So, would you only date someone Christian? You know what? That's actually your question on my IGTV.
Yeah, did you answer it?
No, so you haven't answered it.
When I only date someone that's Christian, nah.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't. You don't have to be Christian. But if the question is, am I looking for that, then the answer is yes.
Okay.
Do you understand? So like, everyone that I've dated has been Christian.
Coincidence, or
that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like, because it's a good, Lord knows, when I actually think on it now, yeah. But I've not dated loads of people, like 3 people, and all have been Christian. So.
Do you feel like if it's not Christian?
I mean, I'm not gonna, like, if I meet someone, I'm not gonna write you off just because you don't believe in God. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it is kind of like.
You think there's something wrong in doing that?
Nah.
Cutting you off because you don't have the same belief?
No. When I was younger, some girl I used to like was Muslim. She cut me off because I was a Muslim. At the time, I was like...
And that's fair enough.
That's what I'm trying to say. At the time, I was like, man, you can see I'm a good person.
Yeah, but it's not only about that,
but also technically, again, listen, when you get... Me, anyway, the way I'm with someone, I've never been someone... I'm not one of the people with... Like I said, I've only got... dated 3 people. Yeah. And each one, I could tell you that I love that person.
Yeah.
I actually was in love with them. So I don't get with people on a thing of a joke about it just because I'm lonely or I need someone. If I get with you, I'm really considering like marriage and future and everything. So that's why for me, it would always be better if you're Christian, because I know I want to take my children to church.
That's what I mean
and I don't like, what I don't need is someone questioning that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all it will do,
that.
or not supporting it. That's the difference. If you're someone that supports it, and listen, you never know. Like you said about saving people, like that person could eventually come round and you love each other.
Definitely.
So that's why I wouldn't write off, because people are good people.
So they need to
have
a
you're a
heart
good person. And remember,
open.
Imagine if you're a child that's born into a household of a mother and a father that don't believe in God.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been. Like, remember, I was born into a God-fearing family. So that's what I know. I went to Catholic school, Catholic brand. That's all I know.
Yeah.
My point being, if I was born in Bangladesh to Hindu parents, I'd probably be a Hindu.
Yeah.
Do you get my point? So if someone is born and your parents ain't religious or nothing like that, you're probably not going to be thingy. You know what I mean? But you might still be a good person with a good heart.
Definitely.
So that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. It's not for me. It's not like no, you're out of the picture.
Yeah.
It's more judgment of character. If you're a good person, and we can continue what we're doing. But yeah, if I could tick a box.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'd tick a box.
Yeah. You see, talking about support, for me it's not just support, because you might be able to support me, just be like you support my music or anything I might do, but I feel like the days I'm weak and I don't want to go to church and I don't want to do certain things, I need you to be onto me, to be like, Lynn, nah man, we need to go. But if you're not actually into that, you're just going to take that as yay, Lynn. You know what I mean?
Of course. Yeah man, so yeah, like I said, if it was a box ticker, I'd tick it.
Yeah.
But life isn't a box, so
yeah.
If I meet someone and they're good people, I wouldn't not date you because you're not Christian.
And you said a really good word that I really love is God-fearing.
Yeah.
And for me, I need a man that's God-fearing.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like that would help in a lot of areas of our relationship.
I just think it gives you the ability to constantly self-reflect in it and understand that there's someone above you that knows more than you, that is better than you. Because I've got so many stubborn friends that think they know everything, or they're so black and white. Do you know what I mean? Where it's I don't know, just the belief in God for me just gives me that ability to know that I'm a sinner. I'm not perfect. I don't know, man. I can't always articulate it. It's just being God fearing is, and it's not like you're scared of God. It's because that's another thing. People. Cool. So you have the devil and you have God, right?
Yeah.
Good and evil, and the devil is painted out as the bad. Well, he is the bad guy, but we should be scared of this guy. You know what I mean? But the truth is, everything that you love, God has given you, right?
Yeah.
He can also take that away.
Definitely.
So how can you, if you don't fear that?
But it's not really a fear.
No, I know, but that's what I'm trying to say. Because people sometimes they don't understand what you mean by God fearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's because it's God gives and takes away, so he's all powerful. So it's more like you're prepared to you submit to God, isn't it? Yeah,
but for me, God fearing is also you love Him and you respect Him so much. God fearing is not fear as in scared, or you're gonna hit me like your dad. When you're young, you're scared because you got a bad, whatever. But it's more I respect you so much that I'm not gonna hurt this person because I know that you also his son or his daughter. I'm not gonna hurt you or do anything to you because I love your dad, your father so much that I respect you as well, kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
And that's what I need in my marriage.
Yeah, of course, that's important, man. It's important. For me, that's what marriage is about anyway.
Yeah.
Because why else would I get married? I get married because it's a union with God, isn't it? Not because it's a sheet for the government or whatever that is. I want to get married because I'm bringing God into my relationship.
It needs
nothing
to be
else.
A triangle.
Yeah, it's nothing else. It's not for. Otherwise, if I didn't believe in God, I wouldn't get married.
Yeah.
So I know people get married anyway.
You need God in the middle.
Yeah, that's for me personally.
Every time. Yeah,
but that's not me. That's not judging anyone else because it's every woman's.
Obviously, we're not judging.
Perfect thing. You know what I mean?
We're talking about.
I'm just saying for me personally. Yeah, the only reason why I'm on it so much.
Yeah.
Is because it invites God into my relationship.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like this generation, I think it's probably just one of my personal fear, but I fear to actually be cheated on.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I'm actually with a God-fearing man, I'm less likely to experience that.
Yeah.
Because even if he's in a weak position and he might not do it because of me, he respects me or whatever, but he might not do it because he knows that God is also omnipresent and He's there and He sees you and I don't want to do that.
1,000,000%. I mean, cheating is always a thing for I think with experience with boys they need experience to know what getting into a relationship means. Do you understand? But especially, and I never say it's the right thing because I never validate cheating at all. It's disloyal, and you won't be disloyal to your boy, so why are you disloyal to a girl? Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, but again, it's the devil, innit? Temptation.
Yeah, flesh.
But at the same time as well, like one thing, like when if you're married to someone, it's mad, man. Cheating's bad anyway, but if you do it when you're married, it's mad.
You hear so much on social media that I'm just like,
yeah, but social media is a mess. Am I even gonna get with someone because I don't want to experience honestly, that. Social media is a mess. Like the girls in this generation, the boys in this generation, because sex is everywhere.
Yeah. That's
everywhere, like, and everything. People promoting the idea of not having feelings, or I'm a bad bitch, or whatever. Like, we're human beings. You're allowed to feel. You know what I mean? But yeah, this generation's mad. Social media is a mess, man.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that love is not out there.
No, it is out there, and I keep telling Mitch that it still happens and it still exists.
Man. That guy, man.
Mitch, if you're watching this,
Mitchell,
love happens.
Don't get into arguing with Mitchell, you know. That guy will not change
Every
his opinion
Tuesday
for
we
no
have
one.
debates.
Yeah, he won't change his opinion for no one. But yeah,
no, he's a good guy still.
So yeah, man.
Next. Me, you?
Oh, you. Is it me or you?
It's you. It's you.
Me,
it's
yeah.
you.
Cool. Do you ever feel some way if you talk/mention God/Jesus to your audience or surroundings?
Yeah, we kind of like spoke about that. You already said.
Yeah, we touched on this one briefly, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Don't really care, innit?
I don't feel a way, you know. Nah,
which is good, you know, because when I was younger, like high school, really like young into my faith.
Yeah.
I used to be a bit like embarrassed to speak about like God or Jesus to my mates that were not at all into that.
Yeah.
Now
I know what you mean, yeah, because when you're younger, yeah, mate. Yeah, like when I was, but like I said, I went through that period, innit, where because. But
that's different. I feel that period is more like you doing wrong stuff.
Yeah, I was just doing wrong, man.
I was doing right stuff.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to talk about my faith because I felt like I would look crazy.
Yeah.
But now it's Jesus everywhere.
Yeah, man. No, I don't feel away, man. I invite it. I'm happy to talk about it.
Yeah. That's good. What do you believe your mission or your purpose on earth is? Do you know what God has called you to do? Are you still figuring it out, or like?
I think I'm forever maybe figuring that out. But I think for me, everything just comes down to love. I'm just trying to love, be a good person, continuously learn.
Yeah.
My purpose is a good question, you know, because it's a deep question.
Or like your ministry, like. Are you familiar with that word as well?
What do you mean?
Your ministry is like your work for God.
Yeah, like definitely. Like I think love for me again. Love, innit? Love is how you deal with people and how you treat people. I just wanna. I'm continuously learning about myself and trying my best to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
Knowing that I slip up consistently. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I'm trying to learn from every lesson. And be humble enough to listen. Do you know what I mean? And understand when God is trying to talk to me and tell me something, which sometimes I might not want.
Yeah.
But understand that it's for the greater good. Like even when certain things, relationships break down in my life, man, and I pray. Do you know what I mean? I'm like on a thing of like God, like this is what I want, but it's not working. So I feel like you know what's best for me. Do you understand? And that's why I put everything in God's hands. But my purpose, in my opinion, is just to love.
Yeah.
And by love, I mean in all forms, with your woman, your friends, people in general. And I think my mission is just to spread that little bit of love. Because if everyone's doing that, then it's getting out there. Because this generation is lost, man. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's my purpose, you know, just be a good person.
Yeah. Because
I mean, I'm ambitious. I'm a very ambitious person. Like I used to feel bad, like to pray to like, I want to be successful, I want to make money, kind of thing. Because I didn't want to. You shouldn't worship money. But,
or what you should do is pray.
But
to
I realized
money
that's what I'm trying to say. But I realized that you have to ask. You know, I ask God all the time now. Like for anything, even when I talk about women, I used to ask. So if you can make her look a little bit like this, then I'll be happy. But obviously, you know what's best for me. But if she can look like this, or she can, then I won't complain.
Eyes for a reason,
that's what I'm trying to say. So. With that, and now I ask God every day, man. I swear to you, I say, God, I'm ready for more business opportunities. I'm ready for more. I want to be financially free. Just keep bringing me blessings. But of course, like you said, as long as I'm able to handle this and do good with it, So yeah, but in terms of my purpose, I just think my purpose is I just want to love and be loved, and give out good energy, because when I die, I'd like to say, you know what, I was a good person. Do you know what I mean? And that's important to me, being a good person and being remembered for being a good person, and righting the wrongs I've done at a younger age.
Yep.
And that's it, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's good.
Me, yeah.
You.
What is this? This thing? It's not a hat, is it? Like a Russian hat?
Little box I found.
Alright, let's see. Do you think that everything you went through in life is now giving you that texture in your music? Yeah, of course, man. Of course, because my music is about my life. So I wouldn't have nothing to write about. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So like everything in my life, when I was living a certain way, bang, I was writing about it. And then when I stopped making music, I had to go and live, travel, learn, write about things. You know what I mean? Well, being in a relationship, I can write about things like that because I understand it. I understand the emotion. And that's all about life, growing and learning new things. You understand? Talking to people, meeting new people, and living new ways of life.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything I go through is definitely gives me texture, because it's content, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something to write about without just making up a story. It's something I lived, and I can write my best lyrics when it's true. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can write a punchline all day long. I can talk about footballers and compare it to something that's light work, innit? Because I've always been good at English.
Yeah.
But like in terms of writing something meaningful, if I've lived that experience, then
it's deeper, it's real.
I can if someone's telling me, I don't know, take for example Heartbreak. Yeah. I don't listen to someone like, I think Drake's a sick artist, by the way. I just can't listen to him because it's just too emotional, isn't it? But my point being, nah, I'm just saying, something like Heartbreak, for example. I've experienced heartbreak. A lot of people have.
Okay.
So my thing is...
You haven't? Never?
I have. Of course I have.
Okay.
Many times. A few times, you know.
I was going to say,
any man that hasn't experienced heartbreak, I don't think he's lived life.
Yeah.
Or you're hiding, you're too afraid to love someone. Because of course, when you love someone and it comes to an end, it hurts. So like, but my point being, if whenever I've felt heartbroken or something, and I speak to an older person that I know who's been there, I can hear him more. Do you understand? Because you've been through it, as opposed to someone just saying on Google, oh well, you should do this, you should do that. Do you know what I mean? So I think everything I go through definitely gives me texture to write, and knowing I'm not lying, innit?
Yeah.
So
what's your thoughts on gospel drill?
Gospel drill?
Yeah.
I don't think I've never heard it.
Is it?
So
I wouldn't be able to tell you like any artists, but I've come across like a few, because I don't listen to drill. Yeah. I think it's too, I don't know, it's not my thing.
Yeah. I mean, what is that like? What them lot was doing at like Spac Nation and all that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know.
Okay, there was something.
I know Spac Nation, but I'm not trying to get into it.
On this
video.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, my opinion on gospel drill, I've never seen it.
Okay, I'll send you some links and you let me know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think if you're like posing, jumping around with Bibles and that, I wouldn't be for it. Do you know what I mean? I think you should be respectful.
Do you think you would do like a full gospel song?
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I'd love to. You see how Storm, what was that one that Stormzy done? I've forgotten it. We all know it. We all know it. I've forgotten it. But yeah, it was sick. It was like a gospel song.
Okay.
Yeah, it was sick.
I'll check it out. I probably know it as you said, but...
Yeah, Blinded by Your Grace.
How does it go?
I'm
embarrassing myself.
I can't remember. I'll send you it later. Do you lot know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's sick, man. I'll send you. You must have heard it.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I would. Yeah, if you got the right gospel singers and all that stuff.
Yeah. Your
Is it
turn.
me, yeah? How often do you pray? Is that pray? How often do you play? Every single day.
How often by day then?
Morning, when I wake up.
Yeah.
When I have my food, which is lunch, dinner, breakfast.
So, yeah.
When I go to sleep.
Yeah.
So what's that? 6 times? 5 times?
That's praying then, but let's get into like, do you speak? Because I can actually be in my room and just chat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can like talk to God about anything. I could be walking somewhere and just have a little prayer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really like. I haven't got a particular number, but I speak to God every single day.
Yeah. I think it's important to just communicate. Like,
1,000,000%.
Because he's your father, innit? Like with your dad, you speak.
Yeah, of course.
You just chat, innit? So just.
Yeah, definitely, man. Just anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Like, every single day. Yeah. And you do, I take it.
Yeah. As soon as I open my eyes, I pray now. Thank you for giving me the breath of life, all of that. Before I touch my phone.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. That's key.
And then before I eat.
Yeah.
And then for anything, I could literally be praying that there's more lasagna in Sainsbury's, because I know every time I go it's out of stock, like for anything.
Yeah. No, literally. For real. Definitely. On the way to football in the morning, I'm always praying.
Yeah.
That he's on my
side,
win. Yeah.
May this game be it.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah, every day.
Yeah. No choice. I feel like I see a real big difference in my life when I don't pray. Because sometimes I have this season where I'm like a bit less into it. I'm less in tune with God, and I can actually feel it. Like, I'm experiencing stuff that I'm like, it's because I didn't pray, man. Like, come on then. I actually feel it.
Definitely. It's key, man. Prayer is key to everything.
Yeah. We have one last one.
One final one.
I'm going to give it to you still.
Go on then. All right. What's your thoughts on no sex before marriage?
We ending
on
a
be your last
one.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on no sex before marriage? Listen, I'm all for it, man. The first girl I dated was that she didn't want to have sex before marriage, and I respected it and I stuck with it.
Yeah.
Then the relationship broke down not because of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So man, I think it's I get it. Like that's what the Bible teaches anyway. Like I shouldn't have had sex before marriage anyway.
Do you know why? You were just like kind of.
Do I know why? What?
Do you know why it's best to not do it, or it's just like
because it's. I mean, I don't know the specific if there's a particular reason why we shouldn't. Yeah. But I know it's a great kind of thing to do for offering for God. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you're having sex to procreate. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, not only just that.
Yeah, of course, not only just
married,
that. Yeah, you invite God in and you do your thing. Yeah. But listen, I'm all for it, and I mean, I would practice it. Do you know what I mean? If I met someone that, and that's what they're really on, and it's like, you know what? Like I said, my first relationship, that's what the girl was on, and I was 22, 23.
Do you
for
think
a young
you'd
boy,
ever be the one that's on, and sticking it on the girl?
Would I be the one that's on it?
Yeah. And tell the girl,
do you know what? Yeah. I don't want to sit here and lie to you and say that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
No, definitely.
Because I don't think I'm strong enough to
put that there.
Do you know what I mean? All it takes is a magnum and we start. You know what I mean? So I don't think I'm strong enough to. I don't want to be a hypocrite on a thing of. But like I said, if I met someone and they've come with that, I think that's sick. Yeah. How can I not respect that? I think that's beautiful. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And again, I'm someone that's experienced that. I was 22, 23. When you're a young boy, especially me, I was really active in terms of like, not active as in having sex and that, but I was active like out there and I was in my bag in the air. So it's like I could easily. And before I met her, I was able. I mean, I was sexually active. Do you know what I mean? So when I met her, I was with her for like almost 2 years, no sex. Yeah. And I respected it. And it made me actually. I loved it. Yeah, trust me, because the relationship wasn't built on that. Do you understand? Definitely. Although I think it's very important in a relationship. Sex is extremely important in my opinion. Definitely. But if you can wait till marriage, you'll be very upset if you get to marriage. Yeah.
Gonna get engaged
and
after 6 months.
And the girl's on nothing. Yeah, like I don't do this, I don't do that. Then that would be so bad news. But it's like if you can wait, then. It's a discussion. Yeah.
Do you believe in soul ties then? Because
I had to pray. Listen, that's funny you say that. Yeah. So when I broke up with my ex, I've had 3. Yeah, but I'm gonna say 2 that I loved in it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There was one that was, that had nothing. It's just a bit whatever. Yeah. But the first one, I had to like pray, like a soul tight prayer. Yeah. Yeah. And I remember, I was upset, man. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't even want to make the prayer. Like I didn't want to pray that prayer, man. I was like, nah.
I still want to be kind of linked.
Yeah, man. But I was like, I don't want to pray this prayer, man. But I prayed it, and I feel like it worked.
Yeah.
Obviously, it takes time. Everything takes time. I'm going for a situation now. It's gonna take time. Do you know what I mean?
So what made you feel like you were still attached
to that person?
Yeah. Anything? Or
because when I love deep, man. Do you know what I mean? So
it was hard to get over. Is that what?
Of course, it was hard to get over her, even though we both kind of ended it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because when I love someone, I love deep, and I think women love quicker, but men love deeper. That's what I think. Yeah. Okay. So I loved her. Remember, like the whole fact I wouldn't even have sex before marriage and all that.
Oh, it was
and
her,
even
yeah.
my most
So how come? How did you have to do that prayer to cut the soul
because
if you didn't have sex?
and oh, okay, well, mine was nothing to do with sex.
Oh, okay.
Because soul from what I had researched and everything,
Yeah.
a soul tie was like our souls were still, in my opinion, was still
emotionally
connected. I mean, we didn't have sex, but like we was intimate in other ways. Do you understand? But, you know what I mean. But my point being, like, it was not like I didn't touch her or nothing like that. So yeah, I had to pray. I had to do that prayer because
it's important, man.
Yeah, man. Because like you connect in it.
And I feel like with soul ties, that's why I'm also scared. I don't want you to take my blessings or anything.
But I think I might have. So the soul tie thing.
Yeah.
I prayed with my ex because it was breaking, and I read into it all, and I felt like I needed to make that prayer to allow us to come apart. Yeah. But if you're talking about the soul ties in terms of having sex,
okay, that's what I was talking about.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I just let too much go.
Yeah.
I don't even think my ex knew about this stuff. But
because that was initially the question.
Everything what you're saying there, I fully believe in. Yeah, and that's why I'm so careful with who I share my body with.
Yeah.
And I've been like that since my first ex. Yeah, so since the whole no sex before marriage thing, because before that I was sexually active, and I got with her. She made me look at everything different. I looked into it all. And then like when you have sex with someone, you connect. You understand? You take their traumas, you give your traumas away. So many things. So I'm very selective since
it's dangerous,
her. And that's what I'm saying. From relationships, you learn from each other, and you take things on board. You understand? So I've never, and that's why I say I've never been someone. I mean, I'm confident with women and everything, but I've never been someone that's go to a party and when I have sex with someone, I can't. I can't be sharing my body like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You don't know anything about that person. So yeah, I believe in all that stuff. You've got to be so careful, man.
But that's the thing, marriage actually like clears you up.
Of course, yeah, because exactly. So that's the aim.
One, so there's no exchange of soul ties or whatever.
Of course. So yeah, man, it's but that's a deep one, and that's like I said, if I was to, the question about the sex before marriage, I'm on it, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it would have to be a discussion, and if she dropped it on me. Then and I feel like she's the one, then we do it together. And remember, we're both humans. So she's probably gonna want it as well. Do you understand? But she knows she's trying to be faithful to God. And that's what happened even with my ex. If we had kisses or something, she would feel bad about it, man. Certain things, you know what I'm trying to say. So I think if my partner was on that, and we speak about it, and I feel like you're the one. It's a journey we do together, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's not just you trying to restrain. It's me as well.
Definitely, and
so
I feel
we're both gonna have to support each other on that. That's
my point, because I feel like, I'm definitely for that, and that's what I'm practicing. I've been practicing for a moment, but I feel like I'm a human, so
of course.
Right now I'm single, so it's easy, innit? But if one day I'm in a relationship,
exactly. You're gonna have your urges and your desires, man. Everyone's got that, of course.
And I need you to be like, Lynn, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Not take that as an opportunity.
And that's why I'm saying that it has to be. That can't be a one-way thing. I think if that's what you're trying to practice and your partner's not on that, you're
only
gonna
doing
struggle.
It for you.
Yeah.
But he's not really.
Deep down, he's not on it.
One day it's gonna not work.
He's of course it ain't, because it's like I said, a magnum or two. And then if he's not trying to support what you're doing, so it has to be.
He's gonna take that as an opportunity, really.
It's got to be a joint thing, and if you can, imagine how amazing that would be. If you say we've done that, do you know what I mean? But yeah, man. And then, like I said, imagine you get married, you get to the point and it's just a letdown.
I don't think so.
Hey, you're gonna be
pissed. If that's actually the person that God has picked for you.
Of course, man. It's deeper than that anyway. I'm just being silly,
desire,
man.
He knows what you like. It's compatible. You will never be...
Yeah.
not happy.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying.
What comes with...
Nah, definitely, man. I think, if someone's trying to do that, then it's a beautiful thing. And if you can do it, then hats off, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm all for it. I wouldn't like lock someone off because that's what they're on.
Yeah.
Unless, if I didn't like I said, you have to feel like this woman is worth.
Yeah.
Worth kind of doing that with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or just know the worth of your own body as well.
Of course.
You know, that's it. It's not specifically her worth, but I know my worth. I ain't giving nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's good, man. And you should stick with it. And it's rare you even get that these days. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, people are shocked.
Yeah.
I think the more you talk about it, I feel like it might get out there more.
Have you found that's like, have you ever spoke to someone and dropped that on them and it's thrown them away? Like pushed them away?
I don't know.
Or do you worry that will push them away?
Or you don't worry at all? I'm not worried.
Yeah,
because if that pushes you away, then easy, and you're not the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you drink alcohol?
No, I don't. I mean, I drink alcohol when I go out. I have a drink. One. Yeah, like
not on a mad one.
But I don't get drunk.
Yeah, it's tipsy.
Tipsy, you said.
Yeah. It's like a vibe, innit?
Yeah, I don't think drinking is a sin personally.
No. That's I'm just asking you. Like, do you drink as well? Or like,
you can drink and have a glass of wine.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Yeah. But I think in the Bible, he wants you to be sober, in a sober state.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you know that after 2 drinks, you're not sober.
Yeah. And chill out.
That's kind of,
Yeah. Nah, man.
But that's another debate maybe for some other people.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah. There's no more question,
15
Andrew.
Questions. Yeah, 15 questions
15 cards.
Done.
This is it. First episode of 15 cards with my friend Andrew, known as AKA Don Strapzy.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, man.
It was great chat.
Yeah, it was refreshing.
I really appreciate it.